It began as a small frontier state on the edge of a crumbling empire, and rose to dominate 3 continents for over 6 centuries. This is the story of the Ottoman Empire, an epic saga of power, conquest, culture, and collapse. The Ottoman Empire traces its roots to 1299, when Osman I, a chieftain of a small Turkish tribe in Anatolia, declared independence from the Seljuk Sultanate. His principality, positioned along the Byzantine border, grew rapidly. His dream of a Ghazi state, fighting in the name of Islam, fueled expansion. Osman's successors, Orhan and Murad I, captured important cities like Bursa and Edirne. They introduced gunpowder warfare and formed the fearsome Janissary Corps, Christian boys taken from their homes, converted, and trained to become elite soldiers loyal only to the Sultan. Yet greatness came with challenges. In 1402, Bayezid I was defeated and captured by Timur the Lame, throwing the Ottomans into civil war. But the dynasty recovered, and under Mehmed II, prepared for a historic conquest. At just 21 years old, Mehmed II, the conqueror, led a massive army of over 80,000 to seize the great Byzantine capital, Constantinople. For 53 days, the Ottomans bombarded its ancient walls with enormous cannons. On May 29, 1453, the city fell. Mehmed rode triumphantly through the gates and declared the city the new Ottoman capital, renamed Istanbul. The Byzantine Empire had ended. A new Islamic power had claimed the old Christian heart of Rome's Eastern Empire. With Constantinople secured, the empire surged forward. In the next century, the Ottomans expanded into the Balkans, Hungary, Arabia, Egypt, and North Africa. Their navy dominated the Mediterranean. The empire's golden age came under Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent, who reigned from 1520 to 1566. Known as Kanuni, or the Lawgiver, Suleiman expanded the empire to its greatest territorial extent, from Budapest to Baghdad and Algiers to Aden. He also reformed laws, promoted justice, and commissioned architectural wonders like the Suleimani Mosque. Under Suleiman, the empire became a hub of science, poetry, philosophy, and art. The Ottoman Empire was a mosaic of cultures: Turks, Arabs, Greeks, Armenians, Kurds, Jews, Slavs. The millet system allowed religious communities to manage their own affairs, preserving peace in a diverse realm. Sultans ruled with absolute authority, but governance was delegated to viziers and local leaders. The court at Topkapi Palace was a center of power and intrigue. The Janissaries, once an elite force, grew influential and often political. Ottoman culture blended Islamic, Persian, and Byzantine influences. Master architect Mimar Sinan, who served under Suleiman, designed over 300 structures, including the magnificent Selimiye Mosque in Edirne. Ottoman calligraphy, poetry, music, and craftsmanship flourished. Even in war, their tents and weapons were decorated with elegant design. The Ottoman military was a force to be reckoned with. Their navy, led by commanders like Hayreddin Barbarossa, ruled the seas of the 16th century. On land, gunpowder, disciplined troops, and strategic tactics overwhelmed enemies. But they weren't invincible. In 1571, the Holy League crushed the Ottoman navy at Lepanto, a turning point in naval dominance. The failed siege of Vienna in 1683 marked the end of major expansion into Europe. By the 18th century, the empire stagnated. Corruption grew, military innovation slowed, and the Janissaries became unruly. European rivals surpassed the Ottomans in science, technology, and warfare. Nationalist revolts broke out across the Balkans. Greece gained independence. Serbia, Romania, and Bulgaria followed. Meanwhile, European powers chipped away at Ottoman lands. In the mid-19th century, the Ottomans launched the Tanzimat reforms, efforts to modernize the military, legal system, education, and administration. They established new universities, secular courts, and even drafted a constitution. But reforms met resistance. Many Muslims feared the loss of Islamic tradition. Conservatives clashed with liberals. The empire, trying to be both Islamic and modern, struggled to balance tradition and innovation. In 1914, the Ottomans joined World War I on the side of the Central Powers. Under leaders like Enver Pasha, they hoped to regain former glory, but the war devastated the empire. The Arab Revolt, encouraged by Britain, shattered Ottoman control of the Middle East. The empire lost Mecca, Medina, Damascus, Baghdad. In 1920, the Treaty of Sèvres carved up Ottoman lands among the Allies. Istanbul and Anatolia were occupied. The once mighty empire was humiliated. But out of the ashes, a new force rose. Mustafa Kemal, later Ataturk, led the Turkish War of Independence. He abolished the Sultanate in 1922. The final Ottoman ruler, Mehmed VI, left Istanbul on a British ship. In 1923, the Republic of Turkey was born. The Ottoman Empire, after over 600 years, was no more. Though the empire is gone, its legacy remains. From Sarajevo to Cairo, from Baghdad to Istanbul, the echoes of Ottoman rule linger in language, law, cuisine, and architecture. Ottoman culture shaped the Islamic world. It preserved and transmitted knowledge, art, and tradition. It also left difficult legacies, of imperialism, diversity, and power. From a border principality to a world-spanning empire, the story of the Ottomans is a testament to humanity's ability to rise, rule, and rebuild. Their empire may have fallen, but their legacy continues to shape our world. If you enjoyed this documentary, please like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into world history. Until next time, explore the past, understand the present.